Let's get on with the details now. This afternoon, one more miner has died in the Patriensa pit collapse in the Ashanti region. 2 others have been hospitalized after being rescued. The search continues for several others who are trapped under the collapsed mine. Also this afternoon, it emerged that the Member of Parliament for the area warned security officials about the dangers and urged a clampdown on the illegal mining that was ongoing there. But that was ignored. We'll hear from the MP shortly. But first, let's go live to the area and speak to Erastus Asaridonka, who's been following this story for us. Erastus, bring us up to speed on developments there.
Well, exactly. So far, the rescue efforts are going on behind me. We have done about 4 feet now, but we are being told we need to go 4 feet more to be able to establish and clear our minds that we do not have any survivors or dead bodies down the pit. So behind me, you can see the excavator is working. So far, we've not established any contact with any life or casualty or anybody at all. So he's still digging. He's going to go 4 feet more, and then we'll see whether somebody is beneath the pit. But interestingly, even as the excavator is doing this job, you see people around scurrying for the rocks that he's bringing out, fighting over the rocks. And it tells you that people here will still come here to do the illegal mining if they are allowed. But I have the police with me here. You can see them all around, ensuring that nobody goes closer to where the action is going on. I have the divisional commander here, Superintendent Ohinebwedi Bosman. Let me speak with him currently and find out. Chief, so what are we expecting from now on?
No, as I indicated to you earlier, we are here purposely to ensure that we find some survivors or dead bodies. But for some time now, excavator has been here, and we've never seen anybody, any dead body or any survivor. We still ask that they should go a bit depth more so that we assure ourselves that there's nobody within the earth, so that we can all have our peace for now.
But tell me, has it been difficult fighting illegal mining here in this particular area?
Absolutely, absolutely. Though we form a patrol team purposely for this. But if you chase them here, the next time they move to another location. You go there, they leave the place, they go to another location. So we form 2 or 3 task forces, and we are doing this job. But this particular place that we are standing is a concession of our mines. And they have the military detachment here. They have their own security here. So we thought this place is more safe. But unfortunately, yesterday we had a whim that the people are here. We sent a patrol to the came here with a task force from Kumasi. They sacked them from here, and only for us to hear that at dawn, 2 a.m., they came back, and this is what we are witnessing today.
What would you want to say to this? The MP for the area is placing the blame on the police that they are preventing him from, when he tried to raise the issue up, the police incited people against them. How would you react to that?
It's not true. It's never true. But Honorable Ayibedu will be working in hand with him. Nobody is preventing him. We want him to help us bring this madness to a halt. But if he goes out and say that the police that is preventing him, I don't really comprehend with him that he should make that statement. I don't think he's the one who made it. I haven't heard him say it anyway. But if he has made it, I think it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate.
Going forward, what will happen if whether we find somebody or we don't? What is going to happen to the site?
Warrior Mines Security is here. The military detachment with the Warrior Mines is here. We'll inform them to be here. We'll bring a patrol team for the time being to take care of this place so that nobody falls into any trouble here for a moment.
Well, Nadmo is also here. Let me pose this question to him as well. Even as we are trying to dig and look for survivors, we can see people rather interested in salvaging the rocks that are coming in from the pit. Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. Let's just engage the police officer a bit more on this matter and to find out what is the plan. What plan are they following to dig? Because how sure are we that we're not killing the people as we dig? I mean, what's the plan? How are they doing it?
Okay, the same concern that I have. We want to know the way we are digging. The concern is that if somebody is down there, by the time the person is brought up, he would have been cut into pieces by the excavator. What is the plan here?
No, in fact, as we came here around 2:30 a.m., I've been here since 2:30 a.m. I've never gone home. We are standing here. We do everything. That's why we're able to retrieve some people and somebody from the earth. Galamsey, they were saying that the people were 8. Some say they are 6. So in order for us to eradicate this doubt, we have to go down and find out that if there's somebody there, if there's nobody there, we certify ourselves as police that we've done the job. We did not move.
But the concern is that if there is somebody there alive, by the time the excavator gets to him, he would have been injured or dead. The excavator itself will do some harm.
Oh, that is up to God. We are looking to God that He help us, because there's no way, no alternative but using the excavator to ensure that, because nobody can go under the edge. The excavator that can actually bring this sand up for us to see if there's somebody within under the earth of this, before we can actually know what we're supposed to do for the next line of action.
Well, let me also talk to Nadmo. Nadmo, the same question. What is the plan here in digging? What is the plan here?
Yeah, as you know, already we call an expert to come and excavate the area. So when they came, we gave them an advice so that they won't go deep into where the pit is. So when they excavate around the pit, and we are also monitoring to see that maybe if there's a body there, then we give the engineer a sign to exercise patients so that we can retrieve the body. So those people are also experts. They are experts. So I think I don't think maybe we are going to do more harm than maybe good. So we are trying to.
So is that the reason why we have the gentleman inside the pit?
Control. Yes. That's why he's also controlling, and they are also at the top monitoring the same process. So I think 2 heads are better than 1. We are also trying to make sure that the operator will do as we are expecting from him. So I don't think we are going to do more harm than good.
Do you think the Galamsey menace can be stopped in Patriensa, Asante Achim? Can it be stopped? Tell me, what will it take?
It's very difficult, but we are doing our best to control them. Because,
why is it difficult?
Because most of the people here are doing Galamsey. They are Galamsey. So if they are not employed, by all means, they will try to engage in this manner. So we are doing our best, maybe to advise them or to educate them.
Is the advice getting to them?
I think when you advise 100 of them, maybe 100 of them, maybe about 50 of them will take our advice. We are trying to do our best to rescue that situation.
Well, Gifty, if you are looking at that intervention by the commander, it is because people are even jumping in while the excavator is working, trying to salvage the rocks coming in from the ground.
And I was just going to ask you, Erastus, to find out from him what the plan is to stop, because even as you were engaging him in the conversation, they were still picking up things from around. I mean, what is the security plan to stop, to cordon off the place and to prevent the people from coming close to Erastus?
Well, the police are stepping in now. It's been very difficult controlling these people. You saw the spontaneous reaction from that gentleman. He just quickly risked his life, got into the bucket, closer to the bucket of the excavator, trying to gather a rock that came in from the ground. That is so dangerous, and it nearly got him. And so we can see the armed policemen getting in now, trying to get in and control the crowd, drive them away from the scene itself. And so that is what now.
Well, Erastus, if we can find out from the police, shouldn't this have been done in the first place before they started digging? Shouldn't there have been a plan of cordoning off the place? I mean, now it's getting out of hand, and now they're stepping in to solve the problem. Didn't they anticipate this problem?
Yes.
Well, Commander, we want to find out what was the plan in driving the people off there. Once you cordon the place off, what's the plan to drive them away? Are you having a challenge getting the people off base?
No, we're going to take them off because they're like spectators. Because this is happening, they also want to see whether there are people trapped under the earth. So that's why they've come here. But in doing that, they see that these stones, because they are more of safe people, they don't have knowledge about that's why they're doing. But apart the police to take them off, so that we can ensure that if there's somebody dead there or live people that we can see. for now.
Do you anticipate that people will risk their life coming here?
What happened? I thought it's a lesson to them, because I thought it's a lesson, but they are not learning anything from. So we'll do our best to ensure that we push them away.
Well, so Gifty, that's the answer to your question. Currently, as we speak, it looks like the excavator has developed a fault, and they are trying to work on it. So it's stopped for a moment. But where we are about 5 feet. So at least we are about 12 feet now. Yes, I can say we are about 12 feet now. They are going to go about 3 more and be able to get down to where the people were. They are working with other people who were inside the pit, so they'll be able to tell where the people were at that particular moment. When we get there, then
we're going to have to fix your sound. We're having a little problem with your sound. We're going to have to fix that. Erastus Cesare Donko there, live from Patriensa, where a Galamsey pit has caved in, killed people, and yet the Galamseyers, the illegal small-scale miners who are around, won't just have any of it. They're still getting in and risking their lives, even at this point, to pick up the stones which they could identify, those that they know has gold. And that, of course, tells you how far we have to go with the fight against Galamsey. But, of course, we'll be returning to Erastus Cesare Donko. Before this, he spoke to some of the miners who witnessed this particular tragedy. Here's what he had to say.
I'm here with one of the miners. He was here. He has been mining here as well. I'm trying to find out from him what happened. Now what had you see?
Okay, Patrick, they see and say, no, you are near Juman. I come back from one. A committee for sport, I say, me and you might be a being in frame. And Tom Canny and Tiasia, Juman acquire any blood Juma, Sikan Chane, Apple, just a Tiasini Alpha. And I'm a casa now, almost all my dear near dinner, sopping, senior Johnny Johnny Coy. And Tiana Johnny San Rash say, Baby, ye, and you're being Travel San Juma. Tabanam so no Montas say, Bay Juma, you been Tadian, and I'm none of you. Anna, more suggest for mine suggest for a day, a buy a number Pamoy and will be a free side to her. And a quaint boy, Bay, you move on. 12 for move on, we are one side day. As I buy, say, Bay Juma. The boy 130, and I'm none, baby, and a cracky, and Nippers were from who.
90% of women.
If I told Nippon, there 6 and 9 a year, but 4 there, no more prep and a 2 wedding, a wee. I didn't see
now more 6 pen and woman.
Says near Bro says, no, but I do man acquire any blood humanist can chana up la pillar near Yintino, or Mamma Canada, staying to me somewhere inside and I so muniho.
Osha, dear mamma, no, a booser.
A patch of man and Gazan, San Abobana to corner, man loose, Nabetra, I'm none so anchor see a tear nim. Near a bottle pass and ask KG Simuno. Yaso the interest giant on Uncle Chavez man. I don't know, of course, I ain't and a botches remarks I didn't see.
Well, so he says that yesterday the unit committee people came here to stop them. They went away, but they came back and then they tried to mine. And then the military people also came here to drive them away. But they all came back around 12 p.m. Deep into the night. 1:30 is when the pit collapsed. So they were using torchlights in here to mine. And I was asking him why he thinks the pit collapsed. And he's saying that they've really dug deep into the hill. So the soil was very loose over them. And they should have stopped so that they come the following day to support the loose ground before they go into it. But they decided to go on digging. And that is why it caved in. He says 6 of them, 2 dead, 4 were injured at that moment. I was asking him if he thinks that is the number. He says no, because there were plenty and he doesn't know whether they are in there or not.
So that is Erastus there earlier speaking to one of those miners there, and you've heard them. Is whether or not it is incomprehensible is another issue. It's comprehensible is another issue. Why you put your life on the line, knowing very well the risks associated. We have Erastus back on the line with a proper, with a fixed sound now. We can go over to him and get some more of what's happening there now. Erastus, if you can hear me, earlier the excavator had developed a fault. Has it been fixed now, and has work started again?
Started again. One side is broken, but they are using the other side to continue.
Yes, it still doesn't look good. Still doesn't sound good. Erastus, will get back to you right after we fix this problem. Well, in the meantime, though, a member of parliament for Asante Achim, Anyumedu Entry, is saying that the police in the area incited the illegal miners against him, and when he tried to prevent this disaster by reporting the illegality in the first place. Now, the MP, who is describing the illegality as a desperate move by his constituents, is warning that if urgent steps are not taken, similar tragedies could occur at the many unregulated mine sites in his area. He's been speaking to my colleague Latif Idrisu.
I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. This Galamsey activity had gone on for a while now. About a month ago, I had traveled out. Immediately I came, the chief of Patriensa, Nana Osei Dakwa, called me and said that there was an editorial Times that they had stopped Galamsey at every place except our hometown. So I made a complaint to the police. When I made a complaint to the police acted on it very swiftly. Shortly after they have left, someone who was in charge of the site called me that the police had informed them that I directed that they be arrested. And I was shocked. So I got back to they had not even gotten to the police station. It means the arresting officers had told them that. Then they started mounting pressure on me that this arrest was made by the member of parliament. So I asked the police. The following day, he had not admitted them to bail. And I said, well, if you want the process to go on, now you are inciting the people against me. Why don't you grant them bail and then let the process go on? And then later on, they granted them bail. I do not know what happened. Then I realized that the police are inciting the people against me. When I was there this weekend, I had another complaint that this site was a new site and people were trooping in and out. I sneaked to go and look at the place, and it was horrible. The situation is very scary.
Do you remotely suspect that these security operatives in the area have been compromised? Considering the earlier submission you made that the police told them that you gave the tip off.
I wouldn't want to accuse the police now. I think the arresting officers failed in their duties, the ones that the senior officer had directed. I think I would say that they were not matured enough as policemen. They did not act as policemen. So I called the divisional police commander yesterday in the morning. He is on leave. He was supposed to report today or tomorrow. And he gave me his word that he would actually talk to the district commander. I told him that we are nearing a disaster. And he said that he would get a briefing from the district officer and act today.
How many Galamseyers are we looking at? I mean, you said you went there to look at the situation. How many of them were
looking at Galamseyers at Asante Achim or at Patriensa?
Patriensa, where this incident happened.
I wouldn't say that the number of people that I saw when I went to the site would not be less than 300.
Not less than 300?
300.
You mentioned that it's widespread. It means we have about 1,000 of your constituents engaged in Galamsey.
Oh, yes.
So if you are taking them off, is there any alternative source of livelihood for these?
For now, it's really difficult. And the other time, a senior member of the past government, when this Galamsey issue was going on, and I engaged him, we were having the discussions, he told me that if these people are removed from the site, we are only going to increase armed robbery.
You agree with him?
I tend to agree with him, because if they don't have anything to do, they will survive. And then, was it this weekend on Saturday, in my home, that is at Patriensa, in my hometown, someone attempted to burgle me. I would say that the boys are desperate, because even now that people are dead, this night, if the authorities do not stop them from going to the site, you will have other people going there.
How widespread is galamsey in your constituency?
It is widely spread. I mean, it is actually, it's everywhere. So, and everybody, if you're talking about it, the police knows, the military knows. So it is widespread.
And the blind eye?
I wouldn't say so automatically, but even if it is on their blind side, even it's on the blind side of the security authorities, it still goes on. And well,
if they are aware and they've not acted, then it means they've turned a blind eye.
Yes, because you see, it's very serious, because if I do not have any problem when any person is mining, when the person had taken the precautionary measures and have gotten the license.
That is Member of Parliament for the area. Meanwhile, government is this week deploying more than 400 Air Force, Army, Naval and police officers across the country as part of an operation to crack down on illegal mining. Well, galamsey, as you know, it's popularly called, has been blamed for the widespread destruction of water bodies across the country. We'll bring you that story shortly. But let's go over to Patriensa, where Erastus is standing by. Of course, we've been trying to fix the sound problem. Erastus, if you can hear me, what's happening now?
Well, I hope the sound is as clear now. This is where we have gotten to. And you can see behind me, this is the hole we're talking about. So this is where they got in. And so this is the level where they were. And they were mining. So you can see that hole there with the supporting racks. So they were supposed to do this. Support the earth as they go down so that it will not cave in. But they did not do that. In a frenzy, they started digging deep in the night. So they were digging blindly deep down that hole and across. And so the topsoil here just came down on them. So we are currently at the base where we feel that they were. So you can see that hole, it goes down a bit. So the excavator will dig down a bit to a certain level, and then we can be sure that we do not have anybody in here at the moment. So this is it. It's a very top hill, and they were digging beneath with no supporting racks. And that's how come the loose soil up here came down on them. So this is Patriensa. We have similar pits across Ashanti region where people illegally, on the blind side of security officials, dig in there. It's only when it collapses that you can get to know where they are currently. So it's possible that we have some people digging somewhere in some bush in Ashanti region right now, but you will never know. It happens on the blind side of the security agencies. Some as well, it happens very close to the people. They themselves are in here and they know what is going on. Gifty.
Well, Erastus, let me find out from you one more time. What's happening with the people that the police officer was calling the spectators? They are not being just spectators. They are actually, for some reason, picking up things from the area. What's happening to them right now? Have they been, have they been sent away? Are they still there? Are they still picking up stones?
Well, Gifty, you should be here to witness this. You could see the policemen driving them away, and still once in a while somebody will just come through the bush spontaneously, come in and grab a rock and try to run away with it. They are more concerned with the rocks that are being dug from the pit itself. They believe there's so much gold in it, and if you want to have a feel of what they are running at, I can pick one for you now. So
please.
This is what they are trying to salvage.
Okay. So,
this one, something like this is what they are trying to salvage.
Are you able to engage any of them, Erastus, to let them explain to us why they put their life on the line for this?
Let me talk with this one. Come in. Let me speak with you. So, dientina mania brea mo pesa ofabo we dientina wani abresa.
When the ana gold wo mu aja no ana ye kakra na dia didi.
To dwen say we kura we gold be wo.
Gold wo mu kakra so de na me abot agudia share asase mu no. Mo didi wo mu say gold wo mu.
O yama benya be say gold be say.
We nko ade entima me dia say me na boto ba akoma ansa na manya kakra di.
Well, he says he believes there is gold in this, I asked him how much gold would he get from this. He said, well, this one cannot feed him unless he gets a sack full.
But Erastus, how does he determine? How is he able to determine? How do they identify the stones that have gold? How?
Now, we are there now who's a gold. We are there now.
Okay, my human here, the grandee, I need a good sample tie. So if you good sample tie, I test it. You test it, I won't say that's yellowish.
That's a see idea. Would you know how you wouldn't mean for any who?
The best sample tie, but more mujidi, semen.
Well, he says, well, for now, he cannot just look at it and say, but he has faith and he trusts that there is gold in this. And until he passes through the process, he cannot tell me how much he's going to get this, from this, but he thinks there is gold in this, and that is why he's risking his life for it. But wait, anyone if you didn't hear Jumama for Baha Bessisa, or just say worth it, I was exchange for this.
Oh, there have been quite a own here, never when I was a common we are saying, Yantino. And the Bemas, the one Juma, but Dinana may have.
Well, he says his life is more important than this rock, but you see, man has to eat. And so he has to really get something for food in the house. That is why he's struggling. So are you taking this away?
That's it. Thank you, sir.
Erastus, does he not feel, he and the others, don't they feel sad that they've lost a number of their colleagues in the same process? Are people in the neighborhood not sad? Are they not distraught?
Gifty, from looking at their mood, I can tell you that nobody is sad here. Just like Superintendent Bosman said, he was expecting that this would be a lesson to the people here. But from the look of things, I don't think anybody is sad here. And I'm telling you, there are people who die at the mine site, and then if no report goes out, it's business as usual.
Can we find out from him? Can we find out from him if he knows any of those who are now dead, but are they at the bottom of this pit?
Well, he says he knows one of them. All the others came from another town, so he doesn't know them. But yeah, say Omawu. They say.
Oh, miracle baby.
But Monam House and Moses Sabo, are a horn and say.
I was watching it already did that by day. And I said, yeah, say, a more doing in our custom. Dinner they are. The media are going out, they've been here scanning a year and I said, yeah, Bibisa. Until Ravana Sabio, but you'll be a one obina, Sana Mecano.
Well, he says, well, he's sad, but what can he do? Even if they have to bury them, they have to conduct the funeral and everything, they will need money. And so life must go on, they must get money. Money is everything. Mobasa be ejuma
in an side anke pen I'm going to be a weed and him by my coin. Gentlemen, I say, but
Munyanka free now come by ejuma.
In Adianke be a name about my acquaintance minute.
Well, Gifty, you heard it. As surprised as I am, he says he will have wished that they can go back to work right now on this side, but government will not allow them, so they can't do it. And it's telling you, it's enforcing your question earlier, that indeed, though people feel that somebody has died, they are not really
perturbed. That's not enough to stop them.
If you give them the opportunity right now, they come back to work. Yes.
Erastus, before I let you go, can you give us a picture of the mood? I mean, have family members of these people come forward? Do we know anything about the family members and how they're faring on this news?
Well, I can tell you that no family member has been here. And normally when something like this happens, there are people who travel long distances. It will surprise you that even those who have come here, some are all the way from the northern region. So sometimes it takes time for people to identify that indeed somebody has died.
Okay.
For them to even go to the mortuary, search for them. Some do not search at all.
Okay.
There are relatives who cannot find their relatives. They are dead somewhere, buried in some pits, and you can never find them.
Right.
So no relative has been here. It's just business as usual.
All right. Thank you very much, Erastus. I'm sure that before the show ends, we'll have to cross over to you once again to find out if there has been any new development. Erastus Asari Donko, our man there, bringing us all of the exclusives from that collapsed pit. Hopefully they will find some survivors. Well, they can't be really sure at this point, but hopefully they will. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty and Dopia. It's all about